Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gonna make this a bit of a quick one again today. Last day of school for my kids. I hope y'all are doing well. Sorry, excuse me. My niece just gifted me this board. She's like, I don't even use it, you want it? I was like, I got something I'm gonna use it for, so I cleansed it. And I'm going to use it as my traveling board because it's going to be crazy. We got a lot going on this summer. Oh, man. Got Six Flags. We got this old cool beach out here. Got a lot. We got the letter here. I've read the letter a lot of times, but I'm going to read it again for y'all. It's a lot to do. I was looking at the Seven of Swords, so I looked up the number 7. I know, it's so interesting this morning. For new people, they're like, what is this? No. All right, 7 of Swords or 7 of Spades. Written exchanges, results, documents, messages, instructions, and mail. Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault is a tale relating to communication. Riding Hood's mother has instructed her to bring a basket of treats to her grandmother and stay on the path. But the wolf has slipped a letter into the basket as well. Unaware of the lupine threat just a few steps away, our heroine has stopped to pick some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. He tricks her into telling him where her grandmother lives, and when she finally made it to her grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf has devoured her grandmother and eats Red Riding Hood too. I'll pause for the cars to pass. The woodsman hears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. In this tale, as many, it's the contents of the letter that can affect the outcome of a story. In Lamar's reading, the letter can be representative of a written exchanges and important information. And when you see the letter, know that news of some sort is coming. Other meanings include getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. See, get earth magic for today. So there's definitely a lot with messages, it's right on time. Mercury retrograde's about to end at May 14th, I believe, is the last day. So by the 21st, it'll be the end of pre-shadow. So whatever letter is getting ready to come into is just the finishing out of this energy. For me, it always happens this way. Something happens during pre-shadow, then Mercury retrograde is a build-up. And then post-shadow is that last little blow-up, you know what I'm saying? And then right when it goes straight, it's that last little whatever it is. And then post-shadow is it kind of flowing out, if that makes any sense. We've got childhood, innocence, and reflection here. Right? I don't like that. So we get innocence and reflection here. So there's a lot of calling to continue to look in and tap into the universal energy here. Mixed with this winter solstice reflection. Whatever went down this winter, there was a time of reflection, and that's why everything seems so icy and so cold. And with spring coming, it's this reemergence of this energy, and it's calling to ask you to kind of look at it from like that childlike wonder. Me and my friends always say this too. If you really want some new perspective on life, it's like talk to a 5-year-old, right? They still think like sunbeams are magical. They're either, angels' footprints or, someone smiling at you from above, right? They always believe these great fanciful things, right? And that's why they're just happy, right? People get so mad at spiritual people because they're like, these people, of course they're happy. They get messages from their microwave, and it's like, dude, yeah, they get messages from time clocks and, You know, sometimes it's odometers, and sometimes it's license plates, and sometimes it's on number on a light pole. But, you know, at least they're happy, right? And the beauty of that is it's, case in point, me and Luna, we talk about the movie Puss in Boots again the other day, right? And it's the difference between when everybody gets their wish. The map leads you to your wish, and the journey itself is what leads to the wish fulfillment, right? In the end, they all got their wish just by traveling through the map, right? And I would say the difference is people who are happy, it's like, okay, you see them as stupid, but it's like the dog in that silly movie, Perito, right? His whole journey was just relax, smell the roses, take the lazy river, have fun. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to, you know, and then they kept messing it up because of Puss's own fear and Kitty's fear. They, every time they touched the map, they made it these hard things. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. I definitely got, well, I got a feminine energy here. She's definitely aware of something. I like how she's got the 3 butterflies around her, right? So she's got those 3 butterflies around her. She's above. Oh, let me do it this way because that's how it's going to look. That's how it looks for me, right? And what is she looking down on, right? She's watching this character, right? Now he's looking down. And you know what I see with that? It's something that reminds me of my sister, right? It's like, there was a point when my sister was like 25, and I was talking about shooting stars, and she goes, I've never seen a shooting star. I was like, that has to be the saddest thing I've ever heard. I was like, how have you made it this long, and you don't ever look up? It's amazing, because she's, right after that, you know, of course, she started taking notice, tell her when there's meteor showers to look up that night, no, there's a good chance. And then sure enough, now she sees them all the time. You know, it's just this energy of trying to get somebody to look up here. I feel like this is the kind of knowledge there is. I got this King of Pentacles. I definitely always get that they like to be in control. It's not that they look down on the world. It's just they're so grounded in their responsibilities, right? Right, so they're so grounded in their responsibilities. It's like, it seems like they're not moving at all. It's like, what? It's like you could be doing so much, but you're just sitting there letting your horse eat. And the King of Pentacles, well, it's like, well, but this is the time for the horse to graze. So this is what we need to do. And it's specific for somebody today. There's some difference that's going on between these two. One person's like, look up. One person's like, be more grounded. And this is the great divide in between those two, right? Got that seven, see? Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. Something, I get lost in communication. I get something wasn't said because someone was being a little defensive. Yeah, out in the cold energy there. All right, so remember to do this backwards here. I like this idea, though. Some of you guys like being able to see the cards. If I'm putting them where you can't even see them, you're doing good enough there. So this energy definitely wants to make a move. Look at the, right. I get there could be telepathic messages definitely here. Definitely on the feminine side, even if you're not aware that you're doing it. It's the energy connection, right? Look at how it mirrored down like that. Right, someone wants to come in. Someone definitely, I get, is getting some sort of knowledge. There's definitely messages coming through here, right? They want to complete whatever cycle this is. There's some final judgments here being made. Someone is working on something. I get it could be this communication, it could be this letter, they could be trying to like figure out their spelling, they could, whatever it is. It could be like genuinely trying to do a handwritten letter, but it's hard because it's hard to write by hand for a lot of people. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed how many people have trouble just like, you're like, how hard is it to write a handwritten letter? It's like, be blessed and realize how blessed you were for going to a good school. Because as someone who's been exposed to as many, like I was in military housing, so I went through a lot of different schools, and there is a major, major difference between schools that have money and schools that don't. So yeah, for a lot of people, this is hard. And also little things like therapy and stuff like that for kids in good schools, like to help them, occupational therapy just to help them with their handwriting, that doesn't exist in other places. Just be aware of that. There's also issues like dyslexia and stuff like that. And I get with this judgment card here, it's that's kind of the thing. You may come off as more judgmental than you realize. It's taking a lot of strength for this person to do this. You might not be that judgmental, they just might feel that way. There's some sort of tower happening here. I get that's the energy they're moving away from. Yeah, for a decision that they're making. We definitely got divine feminine energy here. There's some sort of magic. This person is trying, when I see this card, especially when I choose this deck, it's all about what this person is inspired. They just don't want to be a star. They don't want to follow other stars. They want to put their own star in the sky type of energy here. There's some sort of opportunity coming in, a Six of Wands. I almost get like a smoke signal, I don't know why I'm getting like some sort of signal for invasion. This is very weird. But yeah, I'm getting like, whenever there's a scene in a movie where people are either like, I don't know why I get breaking into a castle, but like breaking into a castle and the first person sneaks up and goes in and then they wave the light and that's that's the signal for everybody else to start coming on. They're getting ready to open the door. We have 2 geese flying overhead right now. Four of Pentacles here. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of manifestation. There's a lot of grounding and focusing. I like this card. I'm seeing somebody sitting. They've got their 4 corners represented, north, south, east, west here. They got their watch towers almost activated here. And they're actually conjuring up energy, right? I can even get somebody doing like Tai Chi where you focus on creating the energy ball with your hands. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up here. Someone is genuinely focusing on general energy manipulation, right? And that's that childlike wonder, because you have to have that in order to create this type of energy. I mean, that's the beauty of children. They're more connected into source because no one's told them not to yet. There's a rite of passage going on here. Someone's gaining a lot of balance. To wrap this up, come on, the last couple cards. Internet is so bad over here, so I don't know how long these are going to take to load. So good morning, good morning, good morning, and good night if that's how long it takes to load. But I wanted to get in here and chat with y'all. All right, it's planting season, y'all. It's time to make shit grow, right? Someone is definitely about to go to battle for whatever it is they're trying to accomplish here, right? And it could cost them, whatever they're about to go into battle with, it could cost them dearly. Something's going to cost them at first, or is costing them at first to even put up this fight. Right? Because I get the energy that this person has been making a lot of decisions based on finances. It's almost like this person's had their arm twisted behind their back for a long time. And it's just been easier to go along than fight. Because I get a lot of desperation energy in this, and now they're getting ready to start fighting back, and it's going to cause them, but they're very inspired to put up this fight, right? Why? Because they want to be able to move in better directions, right? They've been in the hermit mode long enough. They've been in the hermit mode long enough to finally gain some wisdom. I get crone energy here, crone sage energy, right? They've learned some new energy skills for sure in this situation, and they're realizing now, yeah, I get that they're realizing now if they're going to want something, they're going to have to fight for it. I love the King of Wands in this deck. It's like what? It's like this person, don't underestimate. Like for you, you may, like I said, like you're coming off as judgmental. You may not realize how hard it is, whatever this person's getting ready to do here, right? They're trying very hard. And for them, this is like riding a nightmare and leaping over a wall of fire, right? Because black unicorns are considered nightmares. That's what they're called. So it's kind of like I get a lot of dream telepathy, and it's like, yeah, this person, yeah. They're very focused. Very focused. What are they coming for? Oh, pleasure, but they're scared. They're scared. They're battling somebody from their past for sure. And they're scared because they want this connection. I'm going to leave this at this. All right. So I hope this helped y'all out today. I'm going to wait for this one card to pass. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. I'll be back as soon as I can. I promise.